Hello everyone to my Rocket League tutorial. Here in this tutorial we will learn how to make custom decals to put on your cars. Now, you will need the following. You will need UMod. That I will put a link in the description so you can get the correct version so that it will work as best for you as possible. You will also need GIMP, not a portable version, but the full desktop version installer, however you want to call it. Again, I already have GIMP. Link will be in the description. Oops, I accidentally ran it. Don't mind that, just let it happen. I mean, that's just that'll save me time so that I don't have to open it. So I'm just going to minimize it for now. You will also need the DDS plugin for GIMP. There's someone who already made a YouTube video about it. Again, link will be in the description. It's a very easy tutorial to follow. You also need Rocket League. That's about it. I mean, I guess you also need custom like logos if you want to put them as well. But again, that's kind of the point texturing. You kind of want to put your own logos and make your own designs in it. Anyways, enough of the talk. Let's get started. So open up your UMod. It should be extracted at this point. You should see this. Now start up UMod. Now you should see a UMod tab with everything checked out and some default mods to show how it works without them actually working because there are no games attached to it. So what you want to do, you have to go to main, add game, go to your Rocket League binaries. Let me go 4586, Steam, Steam apps, common, Rocket League, binaries, Win32, and this will be it right here. So I already have mine on the list, as you can see. I mean, if I go to delete game, see, it's already on the list. So I don't need to re-add it again. What else you need to do? You need to check use global hook. You will need that in order for the hook injection to work. Now, if this, and then you can start up Rocket League, and then a Rocket League tab should show up. If that still does not work, you take your D3, D9, DLL, which should be in your UMod directory, and then you transfer it to your Rocket League directory. But I don't need to because the add game and use global hook and start Rocket League works already for me. So, in my case, well, whichever works for you. Now, we start Rocket League. Now already, a Rocket League tab has showed up. Hook injection, you should see DX9 in parentheses. Perfect. No templates, because we don't have a template for this yet. We won't need one in this tutorial. Okay, cool. We have Rocket League. Default home screen. Let's shift tab for a bit. Not shift tab, alt tab. So, go to open up capture textures. Now what we want to do, we want to save single texture, because we want to save the textures obviously. And we also want to show message in the upper left corner so we know what our hashes are going to be. Now set your back, save, and next button so you can scroll and save through the textures. So that's my back, numpad 7, save, numpad 8, and next, numpad 9. Now they need to be exported as DDS files. And they will be imported as DDS files as well. Otherwise, it will not work. No matter what you do, it will not work. Now, set your save directory. Now this is where your images are going to be saved as. Your DDS images are going to be saved as. Go to, I just set my own, I'm going to set my own, which is that I created mine in the UMod directory already as an images folder. And then, here you go, there. Now if you want to put this up, you select the update. Now you should see a normal texture in the top left corner, numbers, and then a hash with 0 times, couldn't be asked, or whatever you see. Now, there are 2 important textures that we need. I don't know how it applies for this car because I enjoy the Dominus, and I enjoy this car, so I commonly use it. So the textures you need are where the car is completely white, and in this case, where the this decal, the 3D decal, is green, and the windows are green, and some of the back is green. You will need that as well. So let's keep scrolling. Oh, we already found the white texture. So here it is. 0 times 830 yada 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 B8671. So what we do is we save it. Now it has been saved. Now if we Alt Tab, let's go to our UMod, and we go to our Images folder, you should see it. Also, for some reason, it saves when you immediately update, even if you didn't press your save button, the first one, for your first one. So if you see something like this, just delete it, which I just did right here. Now the second texture, you should also keep looking for. So if you see a flash of green on the car, it just passed. This texture, where the highlights also turn to green. Now this, you also save it. So again, you hit 8. We will need that to help understand how the texture is mapped to the actual car. So since you're not going to do anything in Rocket League anymore, currently, you close the game. Now keep UMod, because why not? Anyways, now you open up GIMP. Now, in the description, there is a tutorial to put in a DDS plugin so you can open, edit, and export DDS files. There's also a normal map, so if you want to make wheels, you put your own custom designs, and you will need custom shadows for them to work well. So that is where the normal map comes in. So now let's do that. So let's get started editing. File, we open, let's go to our folder, images. Now B8671, we remember, was the original decal, and this was the one which is only used to understand how it works. So let's open this. So load mipmaps, you do not need to load the mipmaps. Automatically decode and show dialog, again, leave those checked. So now you have a design. Design's right here. So what are you going to do? Now the first thing we need to do, if you want to start from scratch, I don't know. I suggest you do not hit clear, because I had issues after when I used clear for some parts. But what I do is I click the erase tool, and I make it super big, and set the hardness to 100, so it goes off like bam. And I can just easily erase everything, so I have a clean slate. You do not set a new image. You must import directly from the DDS, otherwise you will get a bug that I will explain later. Now, let's import our second image. This one. This one will be used so that we can understand. No, we do not need to load the mipmaps in this one. Now, see, this will help us understand where everything is going to go. Now, this is important because if you don't have this texture, you're basically going in blind. So, let's get started. I will show the bug in a moment. So I have a few logos. So let's go grab a logo. Let's see. Open. No, open as layers. Then you go, I have a personal images folder, which I keep on my desktop, where I host a lot of logos, lovely things like that. So let's just pick, let's say an ESL logo. You know, ESL is a pretty big thing. Let's do that. So what you would normally do is scale it down. Let's say you want to put it on the hood because it's obvious. Put it there, and then done. That's it. But no, you can't do that because earlier you saw all of the texture, basically, except for a few black spots, were red. So it cannot be, I mean it can be, but you won't be able to really customize your texture, though that can be used in an advantage, which I also will explain later. So let's just take this ESL. I'm going to show you this a misconception which people usually do first. So we need this ESL logo. We're going to colorize it. We're going to make it red, not white. Right, first, let's all make it black. I like enjoying making it black, and then we go to colors, colorize again, then we make it red. And it has to be 255 pure computer version red, or here it would be hue of 0, saturation of 100, and the lightness would be 50. Again, this is from pure black, so if you're converting from another color, you might want to convert to black, to all black, and then convert to that, or you have to do it yourself. But if there's black and white, you can also eliminate the transparency from white and then convert that black to red. So we hit OK. So we have something here. We think it's going to work. We're going to layer, transform, rotate 90s clockwise, and then we scale it down. Let's say 300 pixels. Yeah, 300 pixels. I usually use Sync because I feel like that has the most quality. And then drag it there, somewhere in the center. Boom. We think we're done, and we just hide this. We think we're done, and we think we're ready to export. But you see, if I do try to export, let's just replace it. I'm going to do this to show you a misconception of what can be done wrong. So images, we replace. Again, here when we export as DDS, we do generate bitmaps. None default. Now it's been exported. Now when we want to put it into UMod, we're going to run the game first. Okay, so we have our main screen, whatever. Now, we try to open our texture and package. It will work. We select this, and we see here, add, but then this becomes white, and the ESL logo is completely ruined. Even though this might be an interesting style to some people, the purpose what we were going for is completely ruined, and we don't want it. That's what we don't want. We don't want this type of texture. Now, we're going to exit the game, because all I want to do was to show you what you shouldn't do, otherwise you will get that glitch. What you should do, let me reverse back in GIMP, right, when we import the ESL logo, is you make sure that all of them are black and you have some color and then transparent. That's all that's important. So like we can take this and then it has to be color and transparent or whatever you want. So if you have a black and white logo, you have to convert that white or black, whatever you choose, to transparent. And then you can start. But you need some transparency to do this. So what you do, you go to Layer, Transparency, Alpha to Selection. Actually, hold on. No, we need to size it first. We need to scale layer so we can get it exactly where it was earlier. 300, no, 400. Oh, whatever. No, it's good. Actually, you know what? Let me rotate it first, because that's what I did before. Transform, rotate 90, layer, transform, transform, scale, and then we go to 300, 360. It's good. It's good. That's what we did last time. So what you want to do, drag it back here. Now, this is the important step that you must do for every single layer when you import it, when you transfer it to the DDS layer. Now, what you do, you go to the layer, then you go to transparency, alpha to selection, and then you go on this tab, you select Rocket League underscore, whatever your thing was, whatever your texture was with the DDS. And then you get your pencil, then you paint the full red, FF00025500. Hit OK, and then I usually make it big because I want to get it in one hit. Usually I just do it and then I can do it in one hit, and then click, and then done. That's it. It's over. Now we edit, and then we select, and select, and we select none. We hide this layer, and we hide this layer, and then that's it. That's it. Now we export this DDS file. Generate bitmaps, that's good. Good. And now it's been exported. Now, if we do what we did in Umod, Rocket League, hook injection, let me just wait for Rocket League to show up. Alright, so now we have it. So, at this point, now we open our texture, select our DDS file, we hit open, select through these. Now, it works exactly the way we want it to. This is exactly the way we wanted it to work. So you can play in exhibition. Let's go to DFH. Oh shoot, my controller. I hit it against the wall for some reason. And it's all working. Exactly as you want. Now, if I want to switch to orange, still works. See? There we go. ESL looks beautiful. Alright. Now that you've seen that it works, let's get on to some pointers. You should do that method each and every time you want to apply a layer. You must apply it directly to the DDS, and you should put a selection, and then you just paint in that selection so that it works. Otherwise, you will get glitchy things like that. And the reason why that ESL logo was too big was my fault, my bad apparently, because I saved the wrong layer. But it does not take away from the fact that it has that white and blue black glitch. So this is what we wanted, and this is what we got. However, that glitch can be used to your advantage. So let's quit. Let's reverse back up. Let's back up. So we have our ESL logo. It's cool, right? That's what we want. Let's move this back so that we can see the logo, our design on top of the mapping. Let's say we put in pure black. Put in pure black, and we have to. And if we draw directly, we must draw with pencil, or blend, or paintbrush, or text, or any of that, just not with an actual, just putting a layer on top. You have to draw somehow directly onto the DDS, whatever way you want. So let's get a paint picture. So let's draw black. Let's draw complete black, because I like black. So let's decrease the size so that it doesn't look like a big black thing just engulfed the thing. Let's just draw, just like that. It's beautiful. It's gonna show up on the front. Now let's also draw white. Let's also draw white on the picture. Oh, nice and neat. And again, make sure if you're drawing anything, draw directly onto it, or make a layer and then draw directly on top of it through the alpha to selection tool, and then draw through there if you want to save and all that. Now this, I'll show you what happens in the game, but I'm also going to add a gradient tool. So let's make black to white here. We're going to use our rectangle so we restrict the area. Let's just say right here. Then we go to our gradient tool. We can go from white to black. Let's go from white to transparent. Okay, so we have our white to transparent. We're also going to get black to transparent. And then red to transparent. Now we're going to get, and white, whatever happens for white will happen for black. So let's go from red to transparent. Let's change the color, red. From red to transparent. Let's make another one. Another rectangle for selection to restrict the area. Select the blend tool, and then red to transparent. That's what we want. And now what we're going to show on the hood, let's see what happens when we go from red to black, or red to white, or whatever you want. Let's just pick red to white, because that looks cool. So we're going to make another one. Red to white. Oh yeah, I'm going on blender tool. Gradient. FG, BG. Oh, okay, I guess set the background to white. I don't know why I need to. But okay then. The BG. There we go. And then we get going. Boop! There. Now let's hide the thing. Oh my god. I accidentally put it on the wrong layer. That's a shame. Put everything on the wrong layer. Including those. That's a shame. So let's redo all of that super quick. So I'm going to stay quiet until I get it done. I think you can just skip to when you see something different. Let's just go white, then black, then transparency. I'm doing this in a spontaneous manner, so if I'm not consistent compared to what I'm doing and someone has messaged me, I'm going to ignore them for right now. I'm sorry, but I want to finish this video first. So let's go black to white, and then let's say black to transparent. Then we go from red to transparent. Right, black to transparent. Let's see, setting, blend, black to transparent. Right here. Oh man. Kyle, I'm sorry, but I'm doing this tutorial right as you're speaking to me. So, you're gonna have to wait. Hold on. And then let's do it from red to 55 to transparent. Let me just do it like that, and then boom, done. Now we hide this just to make sure it's all good. That's what we wanted. Red to transparent, black to transparent, black to white. We file, export as this, our texture file. Generate maps, none. Good, good, good. Okay, now we go back to UMod. Actually, we start up Rocket League. I'm doing the tutorial, Kyle. You can wait. Just wait. I'll help you later. Don't worry. It's all good. So okay, so let's go back. Now let's Alt Tab to our textures. We open our texture package. Open this. Open here. Add. Now there are a few things here. Now note that let's go to our garage and customize car. Now our accent color was black. Let's pick yellow. Now note how the yellow, it's still good. It's still quite good. It's still good on the ESL. So this we know was purely red. Now from red to transparent, it's basically from our accent color to transparent. And you can see it working, but it is not in a way that you expect. So when you have to offset it when you do it in GIMP. But currently, I have not used this gradient for any design yet, as I'm not doing that. I might in the future. I'll probably do a custom future one, but other than that, you probably won't see it from me. Now, what was this? White to transparent? White to transparent or black to transparent? Alright. This is white to I think this is... Hold on. Let me figure this out. Yeah, this was black to transparent. This is black to transparent. Microsoft. This is black to transparent. It shows up as white because it fails. I don't know why one would need black to transparent, but I guess some people need it, so I guess why not. Now this one here is from black to white. Now note that these ones are very uncommon, and you probably wouldn't use these in actual designs anyway. You'd probably just be using red only and fades in your designs, but I just put these just because I'm personally curious to see how these would react. This reacted as I expected. This one also sort of reacted as I expected. This did not expect it. I did not expect that. I expected a black-white gradient, but we got a white-white instead, which is interesting. Okay. So now this is our black to white conversion, if I'm not mistaken. Let me recheck GIMP to make sure so that I am not mistaken. Oh, don't. Yep, I accidentally Control-Z'd. I Control-Z. I accidentally Control-Z. Yep, okay. But this is the important bit. So we did black transparent. Black to transparent was on this side, and that failed. Black to white didn't fail as much, but still quite a bit interesting with our custom color there. But note how when it's black, the black itself has a more grainy texture, and it has an outline around it. So unless you're making black a part of your design, I would mainly refrain from using it, but you can if you want. And also, when you're using black and white in GIMP, to use another DDS file or reset the layer or remove the layer and add another one. Otherwise, the black and white that you drew on it will stick onto the file. Not sure how it happens, but that's why it happens. but that's what happens. So anyways, I hope you understood the tutorial about how to actually go through this. I mean, this end of the tutorial was mainly for me because I was mainly curious of how the blending of the black and whites would work. But I want the community to make some custom art textures and share them around with UMod and have some fun in games. So, thank you guys for watching to my first ever Rocket League mod that I've created. And I'll see you guys next time. Later. I'm just gonna go into exhibition and just drive around. You can end the video if you want, but I'm just gonna drive around for like on each team for like 10 seconds. Now let's just switch team, change team, orange. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And I'm wheeling out like a duck. And I ran out of boost and I landed perfectly. Alright, I'm gonna cut it here. Thanks for watching. See ya.